Yeah.
Shout out to my man MC Vague.
Girl,
Yeah, that's Bill Murphy's in Groundhog's Day.
okay.
He was there. I'm just saying.
Sure heard right.
Hit us up, man. Hey, we back to it, yo. Appreciate the shout out. Appreciate all the love. We back to that Duke's Corner. Hip hop and guns.
Whose corner?
Guns and hip hop. Duke.
Whose corner is it?
Yours.
Okay, that's what I'm
That's
talking
awesome.
about.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, I didn't want to have
shoot.
to pop the. Nah.
Oh no.
AKA two shots.
Who's the two
Wow, Kobe Kane.
Now he
Yes.
shoot folks.
Yeah, so we back. I got my last guest, last but not least, Wise Philosopher, and we talking about, is this country obsessed with guns? And what can we do to stop the violence? Wise, what can we do? Are we obsessed with guns, first of all?
Well, that's great. That's what I was going to address. That's the question, and here's the answer.
Okay,
And I'm going to answer with some numbers.
okay,
Okay? And you can give me the answer yourself, what you think.
okay.
All right. As of last year, 283 million civilians in the United States own guns.
Wow.
283 million.
That's a kind of obsessive.
Yeah. Okay. And that's
Excessive, Kobe said. Excessive.
very,
Great
very
word.
excessive. Okay. And now let's go look into that a little bit deeper. So you got 30,000 deaths a year in the United
Wow.
States that are gun related. Gun-related violence.
30,000.
30,000. Now, to put that into contrast so people can understand it, let's look at other countries around the world. Japan, 50 deaths.
50?
50. Germany, France, Italy, 150.
So,
Canada,
so Chicago got them beat.
oh, Chicago got them beat last week.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then I think the closest one to us is Canada with 200. So you got 30.
The closest,
The closest
is 200.
is
Wow.
200. So you've got 30,000 gun-related death violences in
We
the
got
United
some
States.
issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some issues.
And you want to ask me, does America have a gun problem? Obsession with guns?
He answered me with numbers. Men lie, women lie.
Numbers don't.
Numbers don't.
Exactly. So the point is what can we do about that? And what does that come from?
Yes, what can we do?
And I think the problem with the guns goes back and it goes a little bit deeper, especially in the hip hop community. And I know we was talking during the break. I think the gun represents something. It represents power.
Okay.
See, we go from a point back in history before we had guns. The person with power was the person who was the best skilled with the sword, so to say.
Okay.
You know? So if you wield that sword the best and everything, you was the top man on the tree.
Because he could kill you.
Yes, because he could kill you.
Right.
So you feared that man. But when guns come along, everybody got the power. So nowadays, I think, especially in America, we look at as owning guns as part of a certain manhood, especially in the South.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Yes.
your manhood, basically.
Don't get caught slipping.
Yeah, exactly. So you know that's the first thing. Like I was watching King of the Hill or something like that the other night, and they were talking about the little boy gaining his manhood because he's going to go hunting and shoot a deer.
Yeah.
So when you
That
get
is hot in the South.
Because when you get that,
When you
power,
shoot your first deer, I seen
Yeah.
I seen it on Facebook. Somebody put a picture of my boy's first deer.
yeah, because see when you get that
Friend
ability to
circle.
Community, that was my third C. I got to work on my community. Drop.
when you get that power to take life,
Yes.
you get your own power.
Wow.
And so basically you get your manhood and so the gun represents that. So that's your rite of passage into manhood, basically. And now women are taking that stance too. So a woman's gonna feel more empowered if she can take, if she can take that life. So that's what you're getting a lot. So I think that's what and Americans are so strong-willed and gun-ho about everything. We want to be the best. We want to be number one in everything.
Well, we're number one
wanna
in
be
gun deaths.
control.
We definitely number
Yeah,
one.
We got that locked.
We won that. I don't know if we
Ain't
wanted that
nobody-
trophy.
Ain't nobody even stepping close to
So
that.
a lot of people think that the answer to gun violence is more guns, teachers with guns, and I heard a guy on the show on PBS say most people that do these shootings and stuff are really cowards, and so
They are.
and so they don't want to be on a battlefield shooting. They don't want to be in armed and up against people who got guns. So I definitely don't think that arming the teachers and all that. I think what that does is says that they'll target another place.
I just see a scene with a shootout with little 5-year-old kids running around, bullets flying over heads and stuff.
Man,
that's crazy.
So I think that they'll target an area that the guns, the people. something else that people are not talking about, especially when it comes to these school shootings, mall shootings, theater shootings. Nobody's talking about who's doing it, and I'm gonna say it tonight. We're not talking about who's doing it. There's a particular person that's doing this, and I'm gonna call a spade a spade, but it is a male, young, white man, early 20s.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, if that
Not the young black dude with braids?
no, it's not him.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Why are we not addressing that?
Because of society. I was looking at something on Facebook, and it was talking about the guy who had all those explosive in his apartment.
Yeah,
And it was wired and rigged and stuff. And they were saying that he was, like, you know, mentally unstable and all this other stuff. But if it was a black dude, he would have just been a criminal, or he would have just been a thug. But when it's a white person, they say, "Oh, well, he is schizophrenic, or he's bipolar,
Yeah, exactly,
or he's that." But that's
He's the victim.
Yeah, he's the victim, and that's America. Period. Like they always are.
Thank you, Z. Thank you, Z.
Put that out there.
And I posted this on Facebook right after the Newtown shooting when they had that. The same weekend in Chicago, 18 people died, and one of them was like a 4-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And so I think America, we got to wake up. Like, everything is not black and white, but we still need to be aware to some things in America.
And you talking about the white man and everything in his era.
I ain't talking about the white
but
man.
You know what I'm talking about. The white man.
Hey, watch out. We still into the scene. We into the scene. We into the scene.
But what I'm saying is, we still got to look at the black community in gun violence.
Yes, we do.
Because you go back to Chicago, and I was checking something out last week, and this one school district, this one high school, and the district around the high school had over 100 and some gun-related violent acts.
Wow.
Within 1 year.
One district.
Yes, just one district.
Wow.
And so they're talking to the football team, and they're asking, the kids on the football team, how many of you have ever, been around guns or been shot at? Every kid on that football team said they had been shot at.
Wow.
Dang.
It's going down in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what Nice was just schooling me on over here.
It's going down in Chicago.
Talking about this year, it's already been over 100 deaths.
But
it's just March.
But we only light candles and have town hall meetings when the
But
kids get shot.
I feel you what you're saying, dude.
I think all the kids matter, whether you a kid in the hood or a kid that was in that kindergarten classroom. Like, we need to light candles for Chicago too, and have town hall meetings and shed tears
do
about
matter,
that.
But at the same time, I see why people. I mean, along like I said with society, but I also see why the white community is such a big deal, because it doesn't happen as often as it does in the black community. It's sad when a kid dies.
And that's sad, Z. That's sad, Z, because you're saying we're numb to it.
Yeah, that's the strategy.
Basically, we are basically numb to it, because in Chicago, whether you're a kid or a child, it's like, man, dang, that sucks. Somebody just died, but that's just another day in Chicago.
Yeah.
When it's a white person in the community, it's like, oh, we don't go on these shooting sprees, so we really are mourning this because it doesn't happen every day. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's not right, but it's reality.
Yeah.
It's not right at all.
Okay, listen, we're going to have a part 2 of
Yes.
hip-hop and guns, because this conversation needs to keep going, but unfortunately, I'm out of time. I want to thank everybody that hit me up on Twitter, at Raymond Lamar Lee. I want to thank everybody that's hitting me up on Facebook. Shout out to all my people that's following. I hope y'all learned something tonight. Hip Hop and Guns Part 2 coming soon. Stay tuned.
2 weeks?
Edutainment.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
DJ
Okay.
Nice One.
Doing the same thing.
Get the show rolling.
Let's go, man. Hey, holla at your boy, man. 974.
I'm on that good cushion.
253.